And the giant mini pekka combo wins it again. Hey gamers, gaming with Melkor here, bringing you another Clash Royale video. This is going to be another deck spotlight, but this time it's going to be a low level deck spotlight from my Melkor Let's Play account. That's right guys, we're going to be looking at a low level deck that works from Arenas 1 all the way up to Arena 4 and 5. That's right guys, this deck will work from Arena 1 all the way up to Arena 5. So before we do anything, let's check that deck out. So guys, this is the deck. It consists of the mini pekka, the spear goblins, the lovely valkyrie, the fireball, the goblins, the giant, the musketeer, and one of my favourites, the baby dragon. Now guys, for some tips and tricks on how to use this deck, just hang around till the end of the video and I will go through as many tips and tricks as I possibly can, and also possible replacement cards for some of these in case you don't have them, such as the baby dragon. So guys, let's kick off and have a look at how this deck has been performing. Don't get me wrong guys, this is a low level account I'm playing on, so obviously these are quite easy games, but as you can see, 3-1 victory, 3-0 victory, 3-0 victory, 3-0 victory, 3-0 victory. I did have a defeat there, but that was against Daz's Misses, and that was his level 7 account. I was playing as a level 2. Victory, victory, victory. So as you can see guys, this deck is currently undefeated for me. Obviously I am playing against a lot of new players, and that's a lot of the reason as to why, but that doesn't change how amazing this deck actually is. So guys, let's kick it off and have a look at this first 3-0 victory, and I'll talk you through it. So guys, as you can see, both towers are low HP. Because of the low levels, obviously I'm a level 3 going up against a level 4. So at this point I'm just saving my elixir. As always though, like to wish our opponents good luck. So our opponent drops his giant in the back, so I decide I'm going to drop mine in the back as well. So, as the push starts by both of us, our opponent drops his Valkyrie in the back, a very well placed Valkyrie, and now he drops the Musketeer. So I'm going to drop my Musketeer in support of my Giant, and then I'm going to drop my Mini Pekka to take out the Giant, and then I'm going to drop the Valkyrie on top of his Valkyrie. That's right. So we're going to take that Giant down very quickly, and then that Valkyrie as my Giant gets through to that tower, as my Musketeer takes out that Mini Pekka. So at this point we have took a bit of damage to our tower, but we are now dealing massive amount of damage to both our opponent's towers. Getting one down to 1048 and the other down to just over 900. At this point guys, we are in a good lead and we do have the elixir advantage at this point. So our opponent decides to drop down that print. And what I do, I put my Giant in front just to take the damage, follow that up with the Goblins to do the bulk of the damage. Now as that prince goes down, those goblins will push that giant to that tower, so I drop my musketeer in the back to take care of that Valkyrie. That giant is only going to get one hit off at that tower, but that musketeer is going to take out the Valkyrie and start working on that mini Pekka. Unfortunately he is going to go down, so I drop my own Valkyrie as a distraction, taking out that mini Pekka. As you can see, our opponent has his tower down to 735. I drop my Mini Pekka in the back to speed up that Valkyrie and push her into that tower. Unfortunately she doesn't quite make it, so that Mini Pekka then goes on to get that tower down to 21 HP. At this point he does have the Musketeer on the board and we don't have anything, but that soon will change. So we drop down the dragon to take out the Musketeer, and then we drop the goblins down to take out that prince. So as soon as that prince goes down, just like that, we're going to support our dragon with the giant. So this tower is going to go down very quickly. At this point we decide to drop our Valkyrie. Our opponent does drop down his Valkyrie to try and stop us, but at this point it's as good as over and our opponent is about to give up. So down goes the Valkyrie, down goes their Mini Pekka. Our Mini Pekka goes in as well, and as you can see guys, it's just a matter of time before this tower goes down. Our opponent does drop his arrows, but to no avail, for a solid 3-0 victory. All the cards in this deck have fantastic synergy, and that's why this deck works from Arenas 1 all the way up to Arenas 4 and 5, because the synergy of this deck is perfect. All the cards complement each other, and that's what you need from these lower end decks. So we will have a look at one more battle here. And we'll have a look at this one because the opponent does have some different cards, including the Horde, the Bomb Tower, and a leveled 2 Prince. So opponent's wishing us good luck, or we're wishing our opponents good luck, before he fireballs our tower. Now that is a waste of elixir at this point because it just doesn't do enough damage. So we drop our giant and our opponent drops his. As you can see, he's thinking about getting ready to drop that bomb tower. As their giant gets close though, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the mini pekka right on his head to take him out as quickly as possible. Then I'm going to drop my valkyrie to support our giant. Unfortunately, our opponent... So then we drop our musketeer in the back to get through to that tower. It's at this point I think our opponent has decided he's not going to win and gives up just like that. So we're going to speed that up quickly. There we go guys, another 3-0 victory just because our opponent didn't know what to do. He was going to drop the bomb tower, but obviously he chickened out. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at one more. We're going to have a look at this level this last one, which was a 3-1 victory against an opponent level 4 but with cards far higher level than our own. So our opponent drops the giant up front to kick it off. At this point I wish our opponent good luck. Again, I'm just going to drop my valkyrie to slow that giant down and start doing damage. Our opponent does fireball that. So I'm going to drop down the goblins to take it out. Then I'm going to drop the giant at the front. So as soon as that goes down, our goblins can push on. As you can see, he does drop that horde though, but that valkyrie and those goblins are going to make short work of those, allowing the giant to get through to the tower. As soon as he does, those goblins and the valkyrie are going to start doing some work, but his level 5 knight will start to do some damage to our Valk. As you can see at this point we are slightly in a losing position, but we do have the elixir advantage. So I drop my baby dragon to take out that knight, and then he's going to take out that bomber. And then I've got the Valkyrie in the back to support taking out these minions. That's then going to be followed up with those goblins. So as you can see guys, this little push onto the tower is going to take it down very quickly. Our opponent decides to fireball our tower instead of our troops, which was a big mistake, allowing us to take that tower very quickly. I dropped my Valkyrie, unfortunately not in front, because I wanted it to take the hits, but unfortunately not. So we managed to take out their mini pekka. Our mini pekka then is going to hopefully take out that knight, and we get their tower down to 1867. So at this point guys, we have the elixir advantage and we are in a very, very strong position. So we're just going to wait now to see what our opponent does, and he drops that giant. So to counter that, we drop our giant as well. We're going to ignore their giant and we're going to push to take this crown tower for a 3-1 victory. Fortunately, our opponent does drop the bomber. That goes down. So our dragon, giant are going into that tower. We do lose ours, but we're not too worried about that because we're just concentrating on taking down our opponent's tower. As you can see, those minions are taking out our dragon. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop our musketeer in the back to take out those minions. Very poor placement of me really. I should have used the fireball much sooner to take out these troops. It was a very poor placement by me. So I have to drop down the baby dragon to take them out as quickly as possible. Our opponent does drop down the level 3 Valkyrie, so I do drop mine down as a distraction. That bomber is going to obviously take some HP off her, but we do have our baby dragon to help out. So as you can see, we're going to start our final push. We're going to drop the giant up front, followed by the goblins to take out that tower. He does fireball us for no reason. He knows what's coming here. In goes the giant. There we go guys, for a solid 3-1 victory. Obviously our opponent wasn't very experienced, and we are quite an experienced team. That's why I was able to win in this case. So guys, this is the deck that will get you to Arena 5 from Arena 1 very, very quickly and very, very easily. So guys, just remember that consists of the mini pekka, the spear goblins, the Valkyrie, the fireball, the goblins, the giant, the musketeer, and the baby dragon. So guys, just a couple of quick tips about this deck really. Always trying to start the giant off where possible at the back to allow you to build up troops behind him. Once the giant is about to cross the halfway point, I like to put the goblins behind, because the goblins or the mini pekka will push that giant as quickly as possible to that tower. If you haven't got those available, it's a very good idea to drop the Valkyrie in with the giant, because you'll find they try and swarm the giant with such things such as goblins or skeleton horde or something like that, and the Valkyrie will make very, very light work of that. You then drop the spear goblins behind to counter any air troops such as minions, etc. And there isn't many troops at this level that are going to oppose us, and you're going to fly through. That fireball is really there just to disperse large troops. And if you're struggling, as you can see, I didn't really use my fireball in any of those battles, but it's there just in case I needed it, or in case I come against anything such as a minion horde or anything like that. Like I say, guys, that Valkyrie and that baby dragon will work fantastic on defense. All of these troops will work fantastic on defense. Like I said, the synergy of these cards are amazing. It's if you have to drop the Valkyrie up front for whatever reason, you can then drop the Pekka behind. The Pekka will speed up the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie does the splash damage, while the mini Pekka will do the big heavy damage to those big heavy targets such as the giants. Like I said, guys, the synergy in this deck is fantastic. So guys, that's it from me. If you like what you see, comment below and let me know. If you've not subscribed, guys, do me a big favour and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you gamers next time. Take care.